the Cocina Abierta collective was invited to be in residency for 1 month at LACE, Los Angeles Contemporary Exhibitions. We were interested in working in Hollywood for a number of reasons. We knew that Hollywood had undergone massive displacement of working peoples through this process that we call gentrification.
And as new businesses have moved into the area, working class folks have been pushed out. Between 2000 and 2010, almost 13,000 residents of Hollywood have moved. One of the things that we were interested in exploring in this neighborhood and talking to workers about is how the departure of all of those residents has made it harder for workers to get back and forth to work.
We basically headed out into the street with a clipboard and an audio recorder, something to take notes with, and we tried our best to just identify restaurant workers on the street and engage them in a conversation.
Empezamos a buscar trabajadores de restaurante y yo los identificaba por la forma de vestirse. También nosotros ya conocemos cómo somos, cómo huele esa comida. Los identificamos por los zapatos sucios, la camisa de trabajo o una gorra. Más o menos ya sabes quién es. Y también los identificamos más en las paradas de autobuses, en las paradas del tren, en las esquinas tomando un break o esperando para entrar a trabajar. Yo me identifiqué con muchas historias de las personas que estuvimos entrevistando, porque también yo uso el transporte público para llegar al trabajo y la mayoría de personas que no tenemos en qué movernos, tenemos que venir de muy lejos a trabajar.
En México estudié para chef.
¿Ah, sí?
Sí, estudié 3 años en un instituto gastronómico, pero no terminé los estudios, pero desde ahí pues como que me di cuenta que me gustaba la cocina. Entonces, desde más pequeño mi mamá me enseñó a cocinar, a que le ayudara yo a cocinar y todo eso. Entonces, como que me fue interesando, me fue gustando, y cuando crecí me di cuenta que este era mi trabajo, me gustaba hacer.
I work in the restaurant myself and my wife, and I work 18 hours too long. I don't have the time for my family.
Solo puedes pagar tu renta, tus biles, tu celular, lo que tengas que pagar, si tienes algún pago, sí. Sí, pero con dos se necesitan 2 trabajos para poder vivir más bien. Y con uno yo no pienso que te alcance.
So through these one-on-one kind of street conversations, we were able to hear stories about how many workers are having to travel an hour plus on the bus to get to these jobs.
And that may be going between multiple jobs as well. That's not necessarily just one job back and forth.
After we collected all of these narratives, we began to distill them into shorter text pieces. Those text pieces were then placed on a large installation of a map of Hollywood. We wanted to give the consumer an opportunity to identify particular intersections or particular clusters of restaurants that they frequent.
One of the components of the installation was a large vinyl Help Wanted sign that we put on the street-facing window of the gallery. We chose that as a way to connect with workers. For a lot of people, looking for work means going out and looking for those Help Wanted signs. One of the interesting things that came out of that was workers actually coming in and looking for work based on the sign. And it was a great opportunity for us to engage with workers again within that gallery space and to say, these are the stories that we've been coming across, to share that with them. And I think it was a great way, as it's been through my experience through the activism portion, has been hearing that other workers are going through the same kinds of issues. I think it's really important for workers to know that these experiences are not theirs alone, that these are very common experiences, and that these are issues that face a lot of people.
We really feel that working people's stories and working people's narratives have a place within our institutions, and we're passionate about carving out that space as often as possible.